I'm going to show you my costume of Kylo Ren Force Awakens version. Let's get into it. Hello, my name is Mark from Marco's World, and that's better, isn't it? I'm going to show you my XCoser costume, and that was the Black Series helmet of the Kylo Ren Force Awakens version. And as you might know, there are several costumes available of Kylo Ren. This is one which you might not get your hands on onto the first market. You have to look it up on the second market, such as AliExpress, for example, does have it, but not from XCoser. Those are available on eBay, and maybe you can still find them on Amazon, but they're not listed on XCoser as I checked it before the video recording. I'm going to show it anyway to you because I really like the costume. What you get is for, let's say, I'm not sure about in US dollars, but I paid around 150 euros at the time. That was a couple of years ago when I started making the costume work for myself. And what you get is this belt, pair of gloves, underrobe, outer robe, and the scarf. That's it. But for 150 euros, that is quite okay, I think. There are minor details which are not that accurate, but I'm going to put in the video description, of course, the 501st's costume reference library, the CRL, so you can check for yourself what details they got right and what they didn't. Well, first of all, XCoser is quite a good company. They're not making cheap carnival stuff. They make quality costumes. The belt. Let's start off with this piece of the costume first. It's a heavy metal buckle in the middle. The leather is, of course, some kind of fake one, but it's way better in terms of quality speaking than the average stuff which you can find on Alibaba or so. The cheap Chinese stuff is not the same level. Yeah, it's, of course, it's more flexible than real leather, but it does its job. It does it pretty good. Check it out. That's the back side with the Velcro. So, I really like it. Speaking of leather, let's get to the gloves. No, those are not Kylo Ren gloves. Those are simply black gentleman's gloves. I don't know who came up with the idea that these are looking like the ones from Kylo Ren. You can totally tell by those three lines and the attachment band here to adjust the width of the glove. I don't know what is going on. They're fine. They are lined. They got nice material, nice fabric, so no complaints there, but it's not a Kylo Ren pair of gloves, to be honest. But I really like it, and for the get-go, to get yourself in the costume rolling, I think they're okay to start with. The robe. This is the second version of the costume. XCoser have done 3 different types of versions from the Force Awakens Kylo Ren costume, and the second one has longer sleeves. In the first one you have sleeves that are only going to the end of the wrist, just like an ordinary sleeve, but you can totally see in the movie that the sleeve is going way longer, almost to the knuckles. Those sleeves are doing that quite well. Keep in mind, that is extra large in size. I bought it, then I got more muscles than I do have right now, and so it's a bit loose on the sleeves and on the chest, but that was quite good. I filled it up quite good. I mean, when I first tried it on, it was the right size for me. Now probably large will do. Check out the measurement table of contents from XCoser. Is it table of contents? I don't know the English term. For I'm German, so please, please. I don't know if it's called table of contents. The measurement thing. I'm German, I can say whatever I want, and you cannot blame me for this. So, the sleeves I covered. You can use some kind of wax to get the right look. Most people of the 501st do, as I figured out talking to those guys with the Kylo Ren 501st costumes. The fabric is a bit, well, tighter and more frizzy than this one is, but I think this is pretty neat as long as you're not compared to the 501st guy next to you. But this is not a cheap carnival rubbish stuff. This is a quality costume in my opinion. So next thing is the scarf. It is the same material, same fabric as the outer robe is, and you can totally see that XCoser got the right fabric. It's a bit thinner than other costumes which I saw, but on a way different price point. So I think we got this covered here pretty well in terms of correctness. What they changed in the version 2, which is this one, compared to the version 1 of the Force Awakens Kylo Ren costume, is the scarf was sewed on, attached to the outer robe, making it a bit difficult to get in. First you have to go inside one of the armpits and then the other one, and then you had to put on the scarf over your head. So this version, simply you need to go and lay the scarf, drape it around any way you like. So you can drape it around really in any given way which you might think is correct for you. And still you can attach it by yourself. You can use some nails or needles, not nails, needles. Or you can sew it on, whatever you like. All right. What I think is quite a nice option to have, the hood is detachable. They got it attached via a zipper, which I'm going to show you here. I don't know why you can't do this, but it's quite an option. So you definitely can do it if you like. What I really like about this is they covered up the zipper parts, so you can see that there is a zipper from the outside of the costume. Pretty neat, pretty decent. And then we got, of course, the costume itself. Keep in mind, I'm not an extra large guy at the moment, and so there's plenty of room there, but because it is a good pattern and it is tailored in a proper way, it doesn't matter. And if you put on the belt, so you can see, you saw for yourself earlier in the video the entire setup which I'm using for my Kylo Ren costume, so you can see there that it is quite nice. Then you can open up your outer robe. No lining, no nothing there. Simple fabric, that's it. Same for the inner robe, nothing special there, but yeah, you're good to go. So what you get when you buy the XCoser version is a pair of gloves, a hood attached to the outer robe, inner robe, the belt, and the scarf, which you need to attach. So to complete your costume, all you need is a black pair of pants, such as a black denim pants, like jeans, or then you need some kind of boots. I don't have the exact Kylo Ren boots. I'm using my Batman boots, which is this pair, which I'm totally using for my Ben Affleck Batman, for my Christian Bale one, and for Michael Keaton as well. you can use it for, well, Darth Vader if you like. You simply cover it up with the shin guards from Vader and nobody's going to tell. And no one is going to check your boots. If they do, they're crazy. Simple as that. So I'm going to put some links, but keep in mind, I'm a German guy, so I'm going to put European links in the description box below. If you are from Australia, the US, or from wherever from the world you might be, then you might have to look up different options. Okay. I have the Hasbro Black Series lightsaber for my lightsaber with a costume. I like it very much. I'm going to attach my mic first because it's, well, still available, but only on eBay. No first markets, only second market, but you can find it for, I don't know, 200 euros is the German price at the moment of recording from the video. So in February 2022, I mean, so sorry. Maybe you're lucky and get it for less than 200, and maybe you have to pay a little more, but I don't think it's worth more than 250 loose. When it comes with package and with a display stand and so forth, yeah, well, but I wouldn't pay more than 300 euros for that. I modified it, as you can see. The Hasbro blades never came with such cool looking thing. I went to the hardware store and bought some silicone, which you are using as filler in, for example, your windows. When you're building a house, you're using it inside to fill up your window spaces when you attach the window to your wall. I was using simple technique. I grabbed it, I put on a glove, then took on the silicone, which was flexible and transparent, and then I simply pressed my hand against the blade. Later on, after 3 layers of doing so, I attached large amounts and large bumps of the silicone. I was done. I was good to go. And as you can see, I really like the effect. Maybe you do too, and you can do it for yourself. I've seen people doing the same thing, but with hot glue. I'm not a big fan of hot glue, and here's the reason why. You cannot easily put off the hot glue anymore. It might be you're cracking your blade, and that's not what you're wanting to do. And so these silicone types of stuff, you simply can rub it off, and that's it. You have the original blade. It's completely reversible, the process which I have used here. So that is the reason why I tend to do it with silicone and not with hot glue. I hope that makes sense in your ears and brains. All right, that much to my Hasbro Black Series Kylo Ren lightsaber, which is really cool, by the way. What I was using is the Hasbro Black Series helmet. Back in the early days from the Black Series helmet, when Hasbro does not have the superior level of technique of using molding and stuff, doing their helmets. It's one of those early days when they got the battery pack at the top of the helmet, and you have to completely take apart the helmet to get to the battery tray. Yeah, no. The other thing is, you can see, of course, those are not quite cool. You still always have to look in those cracks in the helmet, which are by design. They couldn't have. They could have done it in a better way, but they didn't at the point. Today, it wouldn't. If they put on the helmets again, they wouldn't use these molds. Sure of. What I really like about the helmet is the visor, because it's never getting foggy or somehow sticky or whatever, or cloudy. On other helmets such as Vader and Mandalorian or so, when I'm speaking quite for some time now. It's always getting foggy, and I have to use some kind of anti-fog spray for bikers and their visors. And this is not the case with this helmet. So this is a masterpiece considering this simple fact, which makes me quite happy. You can't find it today. It's out of stock for years. It's also very expensive. When it came out, it was about 100 euro, and now it's, well, more than 500, 600 euros if you get the box, even more than that. So other options, just like 3D printing, Etsy, and so forth, those might be the right get-go for you. All right, but to be complete in my video here from the costume, I have to explain it to you which helmet I use. Okay, so this is my review of my Kylo Ren style costume. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. Give me a thumbs up if you did like the video. See you next time. Cosplay is what you made of it.